To understand this next work, it would probably be beneficial if you'd either read or studied something about string theory physics. There was a program by Nova called The Elegant Universe that was very good on the subject. Anyway, this is called Ultimate Death. There once was a race of beings who lived in a universe that was very old. They were also very old, having lived for eons. They believed their universe would expand forever, without end, so they felt rather safe. However, the universe existed within a brane. That's B-R-A-N-E. Brane is short for membrane, a string of energy that has expanded. The brane that the being's universe existed within resided near another brane, perhaps a separate universe. It is believed branes occasionally touch. It so happened that this is exactly what happened to the being's universe. And as the branes touched, there was a sudden shift of energy, like the change in the polarity in a car battery. The particles of matter that had a static charge to repel, causing the universe to expand, suddenly gained a static charge to attract. The being's universe suddenly stopped expanding and started to collapse upon itself. Now, relatively, perhaps this would happen in a blink of an eye to someone watching from outside of the brane, but to the beings living inside of the universe, inside of the brane, this process could seem to take billions of years, relatively speaking. Now, the beings, being very old, should have perhaps figured out a way to survive. They should have been advanced, however, their science was not great enough. They had allowed their science to be hindered by superstition and fear. They had allowed their scientific advances to be dictated by religious decree. And when their science contradicted their religious beliefs, they would stop or redirect their research so not to offend the religious. So as their universe became hotter every day, every year, every century, collapsing upon their heads, the beings prayed for survival. And the outcome of their praying was, of course, simply elementary. The universe collapsed until it became a hot ball of matter and energy, killing all inside. And when the branes moved away from each other, the polarity shifted again, causing the matter and energy to expand suddenly. An explosion, or a big bang, if you wish. And a new universe began. If beings exist in that new universe, their survival would depend on the choices they make. Choices like whether to deal with their world through reason or to hide from reality within faith, fear, and superstition. It's your choice. Choose.